Hi Leo, it's Meg. I am doing your new moon in Aries eclipse energy check. This is for Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, prominent placements. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. Because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And we are looking at the old wise tree spread, doing a general energy check. What is going on in your field? What is it that you need to know? Getting some advice, seeing what you don't see coming necessarily. Let's check out what's going on with you. So, Leo, yeah, wow. Well, we've got a doozy of an energy combination in your present time awareness. This is having to do with the tower and the strength. And the tower is like the blow you out of the water change. Strength is talking about how you have endured a lot of things in life in order to be able to be a container and hold a lot of pain, a lot of challenge, and alchemize it. So here you are talking about these changes, these epiphanies, these, big tower moments that have created strength for you in the past. And it's really creating space for you to be wise for yourself. This is your outcome. And here you're the hermit. You're in hermit mode, hermit energy. This big epiphany and this big recognition of how much you can actually handle in your life. It's almost like you didn't think you could handle something, and sure enough, you can. You're still here. And this is putting you into your hermit mode. So this is a seeking energy, but it is seeking within yourself rather than seeking from the outside. What's interesting is your big picture is talking about accolades from other people and validation from the outside, which is great and wonderful and can be very supportive. This is a very supportive card. This is even my therapy card, but it's also about other people recognizing your will, your strength, your gifts, your talents, what you offer the world. That's the big picture that's going on right now. But then your outcome is talking about looking for all of that validation from within. It's also talking about lighting your own path, seeing your own future, seeing your own star, seeing your own highest, greatest potential, and using that light to light your way. And I love that. In the past, you've got lots of major arcana here. In your past, you're talking about the double card reversed, which is I realize that I have patterns and themes that don't serve me. And because I realize what they are, they're able to come up, dislodge, release. And I'm able to break down any walls that I've created on this faulty foundation, as hard as it may be, and then seek my truth from within. I really love that message, Leo. Wow. Let's take a look at your heart of the situation. The heart of the situation is saying, I'm taking a breather. Here's the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. They are completely methodical. They're slow moving because they are very pensive. They're thinking about their next move. They're making sure it's solid, safe, and secure. And they're doing this without communicating about it. So this is somebody, I feel like this is you, Leo. It's like it's strategizing, but it's regrouping, it's coming together with a plan. And this is kind of like not talking about it, not communicating with everybody about it. Internal work. Even though you have help, you're doing this internal work and you're not making it totally, it's not like a social conversation. There's a lot of inner work going on. This is even closing the door. So I want to take a look at that. Here's the Page of Wands reversed, happening now and into the near future. And this is about closing the door. I want to get some clarification on that. What are you closing the door to? Having a lot to do with these patterns and themes that don't serve you, but tell me more. Leo's higher self. And this does have closing the door. When I'm asking about that, this is you building bridges. This is you planting seeds. So closing doors to things that you've planted seeds to grow, but this would be from before. I want to know what you're closing doors in order to build bridges to something else. So what is that? Literally stability. You're closing doors of the past and you're building bridges to stability, to your resources, but this is like internal resources. This is about self-care. I'm closing the door to the past, to past patterns and themes that don't serve me so that I can be in my self-care and create internal foundations. Release the idea that there's been a rebirth. So this is in the release position. I'm hearing something, and old deaths die hard. That's what I'm hearing. This is about releasing things in the past that were very difficult. This is also talking about still being in transition with this recalibration, still being in transition about this release of energy from the past, but very much working toward it, very much being actively working toward it. This is like, I have resistance to being this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very abundant. She's also very solid, safe, and secure. She knows her mind. She knows what makes her feel strong and safe. And she has all those resources. And this is talking about being in your resistance. So there's a worthiness aspect here. There's a resistance to stepping into some worthiness. I'm going to ask about it. And here's the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's been a past situation where you haven't trusted yourself. Here is the divine pair, the Queen and the King of Pentacles. And this is talking about in your resistance. I am resistant to having worthiness to step into a situation that is whole. It's like I'm still in duality. I'm still in transition around having the worthiness, alignment that I need to step into a whole, full commitment, whether that's a relationship or whether that is a commitment to self. Your advice is talking about recognizing some sort of cloudy mind energy, recognizing some sort of limitations that you put on yourself, and limitations are lies that we believe, but they're false beliefs. So your advice is talking about recognizing these false beliefs. This is all coming from a place of having some kind of imbalance. This is having some kind of energetic poison, even is what I see Temperance as when she's reversed. So coming from this place of kind of like falling off alignment, and all of this is about totally coming back online, Dolores. You know, this is all about putting yourself back into alignment. Your higher self is talking about putting yourself back into the flow of things instead of fighting it, instead of conflict. It's like, okay, I feel like taking a deep breath and releasing and just flowing with it. It's like, I'm also carrying like radical self-acceptance, and your angels and guides are talking about duality. I didn't even see that when I was talking about these two. Okay, having resistance, having duality, having resistance to that worthiness. Your angels and guides are talking about living in those two different worlds, kind of juggling, kind of going back and forth, and just being aware of that energy in this moment, in this space. I want to get more clarity on this. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the wealth. Here is the healing of duality. This is the seed of potential with this new moon, with this eclipse. This is the seed of potential in order to heal that duality into wholeness. This is a gift energy. The momentum of the energy right now is helping you do this. All you have to do is have the intention. And here's the judgment card. Here's the clean slate. In this deck specifically, this swan is looking at her reflection. This is you seeing you. This is you having that integration of 3D and spiritual self, higher self into personality self. This is a spiritual awakening. I love it. Not that it's not difficult, but I do love where this is going. You know what? Before I start looking at energy you don't see coming, I really want to do a little clarification on this 3 of Pentacles over here. The big picture is having support and having other people helping you. And here is determination. Here is the Knight of Swords. This is also the knight that storms the castle with the truth. So other people are helping you. They're supporting you. And you're getting outside influence and outside help. But also this is you getting clear with your intentions. This is even your advice. Your first advice was talking about recognizing some kind of cloudy mind energy, recognizing that it's there, that it needs to clear. And this is very specifically other people helping you do this or being there to hold space for you while you do this. Here's the determination. This is you, mind set on your alignment. Okay, let's look at energy you don't see coming, Leo. I want to say too that this heart of the situation, talking about not necessarily communicating with everybody about how you are creating and maintaining your solid foundation. This is also talking about not making agreements to hold space for other people until you want to or until you're ready. But this is also not taking on agreements or responsibilities that are not your own. It's releasing agreements and responsibilities that are not yours. This is you getting into your own space. Sudden wealth. So that is the worthiness. Energy you don't see coming is complete healing duality. Message of concern. High honor. Thief. Poverty. I feel like this worthiness situation is a cycle. Maybe it comes in cycles, but something has happened here that has brought your attention to the fact that you do have worthiness and it's yours to have. And then you go through cycles where it drops, or like I even hear somebody saying like the bottom drops out, like the rug is pulled out from under you kind of thing. It's like you get to this place where I feel worth, I feel worthiness, I feel whole, I feel like I'm going in the direction of healing and I'm solid and safe. And then you drop or dip. It's a cycle. And so the energy you don't see coming, it's very possible that one of the things that you're needing to recognize is that cycle and what to do and how to self-regulate when that does come up, recognizing it and then doing what you need to do to get back into alignment. And really all that you can do is get back into alignment sooner and sooner each time, because we all fall out of that alignment. It's how you hop back into it. I want to take a look at messages of love. I want to see what your angels and guides want to say about this soul lesson right now, because this is a lot of energy here, especially during this high defining time. All of these major arcana and all of this self-recognition and recognizing your own power and your own worth. Those are big soul lessons. Retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. That is exactly what you're doing. This is about being aligned. You're doing what you need to be doing right now. Obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. And that's exactly what you're working on, exactly what you're illuminating. Oh my gosh, twin flame. I want to say that the twin flame card came up for Aries a little bit ago too. So if you have any Aries in your chart, you might want to check that out. Twin flame energy. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. So this divine counterpart, this is a divine counterpart connection. You know, this feels very different than Aries though, this twin flame energy. This energy feels very much like I have resistance to this connection. This is the divine pair, they're matching. But I feel like this can have to do with a relationship. But I feel like the relationship to self is so strong in this reading that healing this duality has to do with like the separation of self and bringing that back together. The twin flame, I mean, it can be the separation of two souls, but you could have decided to come into this life with those souls embodied together, and you are doing that right now. This is going to sound maybe confusing, but when a twin flame decides to come into an incarnation in one body, that means that there is the opportunity and the openness for that twin flame to find another twin flame who has done the same thing, that the two have come together in one body and then they find each other. I hope that makes sense. But it seems like the integration that you are doing is kind of going in that direction. It is about healing self and coming into wholeness from duality, but self-work and self-realization, which is super interesting, Leo. Super. Okay, let's take a look at some advice. Where are my advice cards? Let's see. First, let's look at Moonology, and then I'm going to look at Guardian of the Night. So I'm asking your angels and guides, Leo, what do they want you to know? Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. That is definitely this Hermit card. This is going toward your highest and your greatest potential in this life. Stepping out of your comfort zone to actually find your biggest strengths, the things that you're good at that you don't even know you're good at. Luck is on your side. Adjustments are required. Beautiful. And more advice for you. Leo, what do your angels and guides want you to focus on? Page of Pentacles. That's exactly what you got early on here. This is about building the bridge. This is about building the bridge to self, to your own self-care. You are your own healer. That is what I'm hearing. You are your own healer. This is the Ace of Swords. This is also cutting out things that no longer serve you, but your angels and guides are talking about advice. So that is cutting out those things that don't serve you, but also they want you to know that you are in a victorious time. You can be victorious about the intentions and alignments that you're connecting with. And here's the Three of Pentacles. I love it so much, but it's reversed. This is talking about self-validation. You got the Three of Pentacles here in the big picture, and it's talking about your support system. All of the people who are helping you, and ultimately, they're all helping you and holding space for you so that you can connect with your self-validation, your worthiness, your wholeness. I love it, Leo. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.